Hello, and welcome to another Nikke video. Sensor Tower has released the mobile sales figures for June 2024, and I'm going to discuss it. Please leave a like and a sub, and I hope you enjoy the video. So here are the mobile sales figures for the current month, and just so you know, before I actually start, any numbers that have to do with China, it's a guesstimate at most. Yeah, right here it's a 1.75% at defaulted, but you could actually change the numbers, which I'll change now to 10. And you see in the numbers go by tenfold there. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave it at 1.75 as the defaulted. But yeah, just so you know, any numbers that have to deal with China, yeah, it's just a guesstimate at most. All right, and since this is mostly going to be a Nikke video, let me just go and show you that right now. Let me go to here, where pretty much last month it was 21 million and now it's 11 million there. I mean, basically the last month we did have both Bunny. So we did have for Bunny Alice and also Bunny Soda. And also we did have Clay as well. I know a lot of people did not really enjoy Clay. I mean, they love her design, but unfortunately her skill kit was very much to be desired. But also as well, we have these summer events also coming up too, so that could also be another factor into it. But either way, I'm going to talk about more Nikke in just a moment. Since this is mostly going to be a Nikke video, I just want to go ahead and mention a little bit other gacha games in here, so you get just a full view of everything that's been happening for the month. Let me just go back here up at the top. Obviously for the Honkai and Genshin here, have been doing extremely well there for China. Honkai also as well for global, going from 32 million there. Wuthering Waves still doing extremely strong from 12 to 29 million. Genshin Impact also 23 to 28 million there. Let me go a little bit down here where we see that Naruto Mobile and Love and Deep Space both going a little bit down. I know Naruto Mobile for China went down significantly, 49.5 to 27.5 there. Love and Deep Space only a little bit, only like 2 million down. Solo Leveling Arise went down quite a bit. Yeah, it took more than half a beating there, from 40 million to 18 million. Let me keep going down here. Puzzle and Dragon still holding strong, 13 to 7. Wuthering Waves and also Light and Night there also have an increase, where Light and Night increased drastically, 5.5 to 6.5 compared to Wuthering Waves, 13.8 to 16.5. Monster Strike going from 20 million to 60 million, just a small dip. The Idol Master here increasing by 5 million there, 10 to 15. Dragon Ball Legends also as well, 11 to 15. And then the Horse Racing Girl game is 10 to 13 million, which I think now this is actually going to be coming to global. So I wonder how the global numbers will be doing from then on. FGO is going up basically a little dip from 14 to 11 million there. I already talked about Nikke 21, 11 million. Summoner Wars 10 to 9, just a small dip. Jujutsu Kaisen here from 6 to 9 million, pretty good there, since that is a pretty recent game. AFK Journey 12 to 7. It goes Dragon Ball Z here, Dokkan Battle 4 to 5 million. Heaven Burns Red 3 to 4. Blue Archive here for China, for Japan, going down a little bit, 6 to 4 million there. Miku here 7 to 4, just a little bit lower as well. Fire Emblem Heroes 3 to 4. 7 Deadly Sins, we still pretty much stay the same there. Cookie Run took a little dip, 5 to 4 million. Ensemble Stars and One Piece Bounty Rush both went down from 7 million to 3.9 and 3.7 respectively. Dragon Ball Legends going from 2.5 to 3.6. There did happen to do a little increase. Memento Mori going down just a million from 4 to 3. Epic 7 going down very slightly, 3 to 2.9 million. Battle Cats going down a little bit there, basically almost half, 4 to 2.7 million. Blue Archive going down just a smidge there, 2.8 to 2.7. One Piece Treasure Cruise took a little beating here, took a little bit more than half there to 6 to 2.5. 7 Deadly Sins there goes pretty much stay the same. Browdust 2 went from 1.1 to 2 million, which I think right now it's going through the anniversary right now, so I'm glad they're doing much better now. Love and Deep Space and AFK Arena pretty much stayed very similar, 1.9 to 2 and then 2 to 2 respectively there. Let me keep going down. Azure Lane went down a little bit, 2 to 2, 1.8. FGO there for Global 3 to 1.8. Pokemon Masters stayed the same. Arknights, wow, took quite a beating there. It went from 6 million to 1.7. Yeah, they took quite a beating there. Yeah, it goes Idol Master, Final Fantasy 7 went pretty much the same, 1.5 to 1.5. One Piece Bounty Rush 2.8 to 1.5. Another Eden 1.2 to 1.4. A little small increase. Azure Lane went a little bit lower, 200,000 lower, 1.6 to 1.4. Blue Lock there pretty much took a million beating, 2.4 to 1.4. Let me keep going down here for like Outer Plane. Just went down a little bit, close to a million there, 1.9 to 1.1. Yeah, I've been seeing more red than green, but at least some of the games are still increasing. But yeah, Arknights 2.8 to 900,000 there. Yeah, they took quite a beating again on global. The Battle Cats just took a little small beating, 1.1 to 900,000. Keep going down here for Mobile Suit Gundam, 500,000 to 800,000. Final Fantasy 7 Ever Crisis went up a little bit, 700 to 800,000. War of the Visions here, 1.4 to 800,000 there. Dolphin Wave 700 pretty much stayed the same, 700,000. Asteroid Knights of Edda took a beating here, 2 million to 700,000. War of the Visions, Final Fantasy still to stay the same. Bleach, Brave Soul stay the same. Yeah, a lot of these either stay the same or be very similar here, like Reverse 1999, only $200,000 increase there. Let me just keep going down here. Final Fantasy Brave Exodus, there for Japan, still they stay the same, 600,000. Let me keep going down here. Snowbreak, Containment Zone went down 300,000 there. Eversouls, wow, took quite an increase, 70,000 to 500,000. Yeah, that's a significant increase there. Limbus Company went to 1.1 to 500,000. Puzzle Dragon 600 to 500,000 there. Let me keep going down here. Another Eden, pretty much a lot of these numbers stay the same. Where Path to Nowhere took a significant decrease, 1 million to 400,000 there. Let me keep going down here. But yeah, look, there's a few good, numbers here. But yeah, Devil May Cry here, 400,000, 300,000. Eversouls pretty much took half there, 600,000 to 290,000. Aether Gazer, 500,000 to 290. Persona 5, wow, that took quite a $500,000 beating there, almost 700,000 to 280. I'll keep going down here. Octopath Traveler, small increase there. Yeah, a lot of these, you're just going to be very small increases. They're not going to be this very, very drastic change. We're just pretty much going to be either like a couple tens of thousands, and that's it. Not really a big change, but even during this, even like during these lower end games, I mean, it's still pretty good. I know Nikke took quite a beating, but either way, looking at these other games, I mean, I know even though we took a beating, compared to what we'd had, a little over 20 million to 11 million. I mean, a lot of these games would love to be in that position, just even lose that much and still pretty good. But yeah, just like I mentioned earlier, this is going to be mostly comprised of Nikke. I just want to go ahead and just mention all these other, honorable mentions here, since there is a lot of gachas currently right now. Everything keeps going up and down, and yeah, we'll see how the next month happens with all these games, since their popularity rises and then goes away, and yeah, so we'll see how well they're going to do for the next month there. And oh wow, I just noticed right now for Arknights, it went from 35.8 million to 8.2 million. Yeah, that's a significant beating there. But anyways, this is mostly going to be about Nikke. Again, let me just go ahead and show you the Excel spreadsheet data here that shows a little bit more in depth of what's been going on in the past couple months in Nikke, which is right here. So this is basically the last 4 months in Nikke, which, compared right here in this little small vacuum, it's actually not that bad, 15, 20, 21, 11, and all of that, especially as well to see what units were in the banners as well. But right, pretty much we had here in April, we did happen to have the ReZero collab, and also Crown, pretty much, which she was a very powerful pilgrim being in the game. And all of that as well on the following month, not only did we have Crown again, we also had Soda there too, and also Trony. I mean, I guess she helped a little bit. But yeah, not only that as well, we had this very lovely outfit for also Diesel as well. But not only that, after the month went over, we had Bunny Soda, and then we had Bunny Alice there, and then Clay rounding it out. Which I know a lot of people were waiting for summer, which I know for Bunny Soda and also Bunny Alice are pretty good units. They're not the best, but they're still pretty good. But Clay, yeah, unfortunately for Clay, her skill kit had much to be desired. Yeah, I can see why a lot of people would not pull. I mean, I did some pulls, but yeah, I mean, I felt pain every time I pulled there. And not only that, I mean, I think also Folkwang had added some help with the numbers here, since her outfit was really, really good. But yeah, I can see why people might not want to buy any of that stuff. But yeah, so it did take a small decrease here, but honestly, it's not that bad. It's going to look a little bit worse when I show you guys the lifetime sales, but honestly, it is not that bad. Let's go and take a look at the lifetime sales now. All right, and here is the mobile lifetime sales for the game. And yeah, I see the only time that Nikke has actually got a lot of money in mobile sales here, it's going to be basically when the game first came out, right over here, way back in November. And actually, we did take a little small dip, and it wasn't here until January. And this is when actually the Modernia banner first came out. This is when she first got released. She was a very powerful pilgrim. Even today, she is very powerful. It happened to go down a little bit, and this is when the Chainsaw Man collab came out right here in February. Not only that, as well, you should also please note that pretty much the PC version of Nikke also came out. So unfortunately, as soon as that came out, the mobile sales figures are no longer reflected 100%. The only people that actually have them is Shift Up, and they hardly ever release that data. The only time they ever release any amount of sales data is whenever it sells like half a billion or anything like that, like they did last time. Yeah, unfortunately, other than that, we don't really know the true mobile sales figure, since unfortunately Shift Up is the only one that has it. All right, then after that, it pretty much stayed the same. And a little small increase, because this is when the half anniversary came out here with Overzone. And this is when also with Dorothy and Alice were also here as well. So that's why you saw a big increase, because there are two very good units, especially Alice. And And unfortunately, it happened to keep going down. And unfortunately, even the bunny girls, both Noir and Blanc, could not stop this tumble. Yeah, it wasn't until here when all the summer units were finally coming out that pretty much, I think here it was for Summer Mary and Summer Neon. And it wasn't until pretty much Summer Anise and Summer Helm were here. That's when you saw a small increase. And then also here is when the Nier collab came out here in September. Two very powerful units. Yeah, they're not only were they powerful, they were extremely well designed as well. It was a very wonderful event there. It happened to do a small decrease again, and it wasn't here till the 1 year anniversary with the Red Ash event and Red Hood, and you also got that free small white there. Yeah, that's when that was there. We had a small little decrease in there, and it wasn't until the brand new Pilgrim, or I should say the alternative Pilgrim there for Scarlet, when Scarbs happened to be here in January. That's why you saw an increase here. Unfortunately, it did happen to go down here. And then afterwards, we had a small increase here because we did have the collab happening around April, the ReZero collab. And we also did happen to have Crown as well around this time. And then right now, it did happen to take a decrease for the bunnies and also for Clay as well. So yeah, usually Nikke is still making a lot of money. I know usually a decrease would always be a bad sign. Which, going from 21 million to 11 million there. But right now, overall, I mean, Nikke is still making a lot of money. I mean, Shift Up's doing really well as well. But of course, hopefully next month with the summer event coming up, does happen to increase the numbers, since I know a lot of people, not only do they like the costumes, they love how a lot of the new units look. But of course, we have to wait till their kits come out. But let me go ahead and show you a little bit more in depth how each month looked. And here it is. So that's actually going to show a little bit more how everything looked, what banners were there, what units were there. What mission pass were there, which actually what I need to add here as well, I need to add the specialty passes. Yeah, here I don't have them, I only have the mission, so I actually need to add that too. Shows the month, and right here on the little right hand side, this is going to show basically a 6-month breakdown of the current sales. But we had pretty much there in January, we had a little bit over 25 million. Then it went down and it went up, and just how I showed you on the lifetime sales data there. And also, let me scroll a little bit down here. If you look a little bit on the right hand side too, you're going to see what events happened there. Since I know everybody forgets what events happened during this month, I just want to put in there, which pretty much the Golden Coin Rush there, and also the Clay banner there. And yeah, usually only the worst months that we have, I believe this month is actually the worst month for of the whole Nikke history here. Before that, it was actually in February here. You see February where we had the Moran, Maid Privity, both maids, pretty much both maids, and Elig there. That was a worst month before. Not only that as well, we also did happen to have here March with Elig and D Killer Wife, and also the collab going on too. Not only that as well, we had one more bad month, which is going to be over here in October. We had Marciana, both Schoolgirls, and Query. Yeah, those were the other 3 months, but now we have the new worst month, which unfortunately would be this month. Yeah, that is the worst month in Nikke history there. Yeah, so even though this had a worst month, how I just already mentioned earlier, the summer event is coming where we're going to have Rosanna, an alternative for Rosanna, and also an alternative for Sakura as well. They look absolutely fantastic. Plus, there's going to be a lot of costumes as well. And not only that, we're going to have a few collabs. Not only that, we do have Dave the Diver collab coming through that event. Not only that as well, we also do have another collab that's not a minigame collab. That's going to be coming to Nikke too. They said it's going to be a popular IP. So I'm not sure what IP they're referring to, since there's not that many popular IPs. There's a lot of like famous and popular, but I don't know if some other IPs that we're thinking were like fit that criteria. But if not, I mean, either way, we're gonna have to see what happens next month with the summer. I'm assuming it's gonna go up, because even if you don't, want to pool for the units, I mean, there's a lot of outfits out there, and they look extremely lovely. Not only that as well, now thanks to the recent update notes, there will be a part 2 of the summer event also coming. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be coming at the end of July, according to those update notes. So basically, as soon as the summer update comes, it's going to be basically Rosanna, Sakura, and it's also going to be a rerun of Summer Mary and also Summer Neon. They will also be rerunning. Unfortunately, how they did before as well, I already mentioned her, during the lifetime sales data there, they did not do that well. You see, it was pretty bad. There was only 15 million there too. Unfortunately, Summer Mary and also Summer Neon did not do well, even though Nero and Mask were there too. Yeah, so I don't know how well it's going to be. They're going to assist in the sales data, since unfortunately, in terms of units, I mean, Summer Neon is not that good at all. And then Summer Mary, she's pretty useful, but unfortunately, she needs a lot of water units to really, to really make her usage worth it. But we'll see how next month goes. I mean, it could be anything. Hopefully, they do really well. I mean, I know they took a dip. Yeah, we'll have to see what they do next month. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I know it looks pretty dire, how I just already said, with that small dip, but I have faith that it's going to increase next month. But if not, I mean, they're still doing really well. Don't worry. especially the company itself, Shipped Up, is doing really well. Celebrating Blade there, the release, and also like the sales data, the 1 million sales data there. Also as well, you know, they're already making, I think, some more DLC for it, and also like another game, something to do with some witch game. And I think also as well, Nikke is going to be releasing, I believe, in China very, very soon as well. So we'll see how the numbers reflect that whenever it does get released in China. But yeah, that's pretty much in the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a like and a sub. I would really appreciate it. All right, I'm Scrublord, and I'll see you in the next video.